Yes, guys, and welcome from me, Championship Manager 0102, the free-man online epic game. We are fast approaching the real business end of season 128. Motherfucker. So I've restored this as a solo game for the benefit of this video. You can see where we're up to. We're up to March. The year is 2142. We have just reached, we've just passed the quarterfinals of the FA Cup where me and Pep surprisingly were held. And have to have replays. But let's go to the latest league table then. It is looking good for me. Personal note here, looking good to retain the title from Manchester United. Retain the title ahead of Manchester United, trying to reclaim it. For Pep, failure this year, it will be 20 years since Pep has won the title. It's not acceptable, Pep. It's not acceptable, but he's still in the FA Cup and he's still in the Champions League. So, 8 games to go. So, it's not over yet. It's certainly not over yet. But for me personally, I'm playing my Speed Freak formation. And I've actually changed things up a little bit, slightly. You may recall my Colombian striker who just scores goals for fun. So, he's looking to beat his record this season. 82 is his record. 80 last season. The season before he took a long-term injury. His second season to be 82. That's what he wants to beat. So fingers crossed. But what I've done different, look who my 2 forwards are behind him. Abrahamson, who is his beast, but he's a striker, bear in mind. And Osterberg, who is a striker. And that's Zlatan Ibrahimovic. So very, very interesting how I've done it this time around, where I've placed 3 strikers as my main trio up top there. Doing well for me is the Eden Hazard regen. Doing very, very well indeed. I repurchased, I can't remember if I showed you this before, I don't think I did. I repurchased this Egyptian guy, pre-gen, let's say, of Mo Salah. May even be a regen of Mo Salah. I think he was around when this version started. So he started really, really well. Galergo continues to battle in defensive midfield. Listerski is just absolutely phenomenal. I mean, look at that. Another 17 assists this season. 15 last, 22 the season before. That's what I want him to try and eclipse, is 22 assists. And in terms of defence, my defence, for some reason, we seem to be missing a couple. Chirico is one of them. He may well go. Slavic is another. Assad's doing really, really well. Bazon, who's been a long-serving player for me. Van der Steen, who's Van der Steen has come in from the reserves, and he's had a good selection of games, doing really well. Just recently purchased this guy, Francesco de Silva Souza. Anyone recognise who he could be the regen of? I believe that is, I say I believe because I have them wrote down. Marcelo, the left back, attack midfielder, balance 15, bravery 9, flair 15. That's what I've got wrote down, along with his position. Yes, I know the aggression is also the same, but I've just always gone through those first 3. He has only recently joined me, as you will see from there. Yeah, 4 days ago. And we're looking good. We are looking really, really good. We did sign a player. Again, I can't remember if this was on the previous one. We brought this guy, Omar Gonzalez, and you can see how well he started for me. I think he picked up an injury as well, though, which was unfortunate. But we got rid of him to Pep. We purchased him from Pep. Quite surprisingly, though, that Pep was happy to release him. I'm sure he has reasons. Who gives a shit? So we've still got the Robben regen right there. We've got such a good squad. It really is. It's great. It really is. I mean, Bullock. He might go this season. Bullock. Bowen, I think that's Bellamy regen. He'll probably go as well this season. Then we've got players up top, Dragdovic. But then, how do I play these forwards? Look how well they're doing. 820 for Goosens in 36. Dragdovic, 797 in 33. But then I'm using strikers up there at the minute. Norano's a great player. I've even got Mass, remember. We've got some absolute brutal players, really have. And that's not to say, and that's not including what we've got in the reserves. Let me remind you about this guy here, who's currently injured. What a fucking player. So I may well offload. I mean, if I'm going to use strikers up top, I don't know. It's a tricky one. I don't really want to get rid of the Colombian. Clearly, I don't. He scores goals like they're going out of fashion. We've brought in... now, let me show you who that guy is. You may recall him. I might have mentioned it on the previous video. That is Coutinho, I believe, according to my my research. Try to figure it. I mean, we've got a lot of players out on loan. Let me show you this guy then. Linar Sanchez. Now, we've all been chasing this guy for ages. So, this is obviously my third Colombian. And we finally got a deal over the line where the board didn't block it. 8 million and 5 million after 10 appearances. So, he becomes my third Colombian. And as you can see, I don't quite know why. I mean, I'd still classify him as one of their best players. Yeah. Okay. So, let's just have a look at our defence. Who we got there for that? He's fucking shit. Santos, I think, is pretty decent. And we've got Martinelli in goal, but I think I'm going to probably fuck him off. Our goalkeepers, Parizek, still looking good. Manzi, still looking good. So we look really, really good indeed. In terms of the Charity Shield, where am I getting that from? The Champions League. So... you may recall me, I don't know if you can recall, I can never remember what was in the previous video. So, you get it every so often, a couple of flaws in the second phase of the Champions League where group winners, not only were we group winners in phase 1, but we're also both English. But for whatever bizarre reason that it throws at us, we were put in the same group, Man United and Chelsea. And you can see it was all based on goal difference in the end. Now... you can see we won our games and we just drew our games against each other. So I drew 2-2 at Man United and we drew 1-1 at my ground. Now, if the truth be told, right, I thought it went on heads-up games against each other. The fact that we drew them both, but it would go on away goals. I've got that. I don't know where I've got that from because I fucked that up on another version as well. So I thought I'd have won it, but... hey ho, the most important thing, right, was who we got in the quarterfinals, because obviously Pep obviously won his group very convincingly. So we knew whoever finished runners up in our group could land Pep in the quarterfinals. But as you can see there, we didn't. So you can see we got FC Groningen, so which was very, very lucky. Tottenham still riding high. But you can see that Tottenham, the AI, they're going to have to work to hold on to top 4. QPR looking good. So that's where we're at with the Champions League. The FA Cup, as I said, me and Pep both drew. Oh, I think we both actually only just salvaged a draw. Yeah, literally. So we are both going to go through to have a replay. And the semi-final draw has already been made. We will meet each other if we get through our replays, and Ian will play Oxford. Now, with regards, Ian, the League Cup, where did we say the League Cup was? Yeah, we got knocked out to Wolverhampton Wanderers in a... well, I'm on Spurs, you fucking div. So, Ian's playing Oxford in that. Where did I get knocked out in this? Where did Pep... so, where did I get knocked out? I can't remember where I got knocked out, to be honest with you. Oh, Ian knocked me out 3-2. Ian knocked me out 3-2, and if I'm right in saying... did I knock Pep out in the third round? No, I didn't. Pep got knocked out to Wolves, funnily enough. Right, so that is that. So, another player that made a big, big move. He returned back to Chelsea. Big, big signing. Me and Ian have been tracking him for a while, but we couldn't get a deal over the line. He's not the most paciest defender. He's one of my ex-players. But rock solid at Leicester since in the last 2.5 seasons. He returns, a Nigerian. Looking good. We've also repurchased, if I haven't already mentioned it, Luis Suarez regen. Doesn't look great. You could argue, why do I buy, sell and rebuy them? I don't know, because I'm fucking stupid. So Lucas, we already know about that. Yeah, so that's yeah, they're our signings so far for this calendar CM season. Let's have a look now then at the rivals. Ian then. Ian's not going to give up. He would not give up. He's brought... there was a player that Ian bought that I thought looked absolutely fucking brilliant. And I can't remember who it was. Really can't. It's him. It was him. Look at... I mean, I'm guessing... I can't really remember much from 2013 who was the Paraguayan striker. But the only one I've got in my head is Santa Cruz. So I'm guessing that is Santa Cruz because he looks a fucking monster. Just going back to that goalkeeper there. At first I thought he looked brilliant, but his reflexes is only 10, which I'd be quite worried about, to be honest with you. In terms of Ian's best player, it's going to be that striker. Krecic has been absolutely brilliant. Take nothing away though from remember that Belgian striker Lukaku regen I sold to Ian. He's also been quite deadly for him. It's funny really with Ian because he's just been a bit unlucky. I think I've been very fortunate in respect of our games against one another. He obviously got the upper hand on me in the League Cup game. Let's have a quick gander at Pep then. Pep's best player this season. Well, he's only had one game. It's going to be Kane Lee, isn't it? Which I think is Wayne Rooney regen. Definitely been his best player. Lima's not done too bad. Mora. I mean, it's difficult really because Pep continues to play this same formation, which has served him so well in the league assaults in the last 20 years. No sarcasm there, Pep, at all. One thing I will put out about Pep, or about a certain player, I may have hit on this ages back, right? This guy here, Raf Wuysa. Now, I wanted him from Pep ages ago. Pep wasn't playing ball. That is Vertonghen regen. Pep plays him at left back. Now, since Pep moved him to left back, can you tell when Pep moved him to left back? Was roughly around there. Because look at his assists. Absolutely monstrous. That season there, I mean, how the fuck Pep didn't make a proper challenge on the title is beyond me. 24 assists is absolutely amazing. And he's continuously done assists whilst being played at left back. I remember us, me and Pep having a conversation. Pep was playing him at centre-half. And as you look at his ratings whilst he was being played at centre-half over here, he was just fucking woeful. And you can see by his average rating, I mean, his average rating is much more above the 730 area. He's certainly been a long-term servant for Pep. He's done really, really well. So we'll have to keep an eye on his regen. Remember Peter Parry, Ryan Giggs regen? I offloaded him to Pep because I didn't think he was good enough. Still don't think he's good enough. 721 is not good enough for me. And that is that then, guys. I don't think there's anything else worth screaming about. Last thing we will go to very, very, very quickly. Let's take a look then at what lies ahead at the World Cup then. Pepe, of course, is not involved in the World Cup. I will have my Germany there. I will be resigning from Germany after the World Cup, win, lose or draw. Egypt, Iran, Portugal, very, very confident in that group. England, Nigeria, South Korea. Pep may well get back into the international fold after the World Cup. There's always jobs available, as you all know. That's an interesting group. Definitely an interesting group. Brazil, Japan, Turkey, United States. That's Ian with Brazil. I'd fancy him with ease to go through to the second round. Indonesia. Fucking hell. Indonesia. Look at that. What an absolute shower of shit they have. Okay. Indonesia. And finally, Colombia, Ghana, Holland and Ireland. So that is the World Cup. 21-42. We will see how that goes. And I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Anything you want to know, anything you want to add, anything you want to critique, go for it. And until next time from me, guys, take it easy.